Hey all, it's me, Amanda, the Lazy Stitcher. So today I'm going to show you all, this is a Stitchy update. I have more projects than usual to show, more things to talk about than I typically would. And I'm very itchy, I'm scratching my leg. I'm covered in poison ivy, my whole family is. We think one of the dogs got into it and then got it all over our bodies. So that's swell. All right, let's get going. First thing I have to show is a big finish. Well, big for me, relative. I finished my X-Files piece. I was calling this one Anyone But You. It's Anybody But You. And it's by Stitchline on Etsy, but I don't see the shop there anymore. So this could have been illegal, but I don't care because I paid for it and how am I supposed to know? So it's Mulder and Scully. I loved the X-Files as a kid. It was my favorite show. As many of us, like older millennials, wanted to be scarred, but this was the best. So Scully says, Mulder, I wouldn't put myself on the line for anybody but you. And his says, you told me the truth. You were my constant, my touchstone. I love Mulder and Scully. I think that they're like the ultimate romance, to be honest with you. And they have to screw that up, but ultimate romance, Mulder and Scully. So yeah, that took me longer than I thought it would, but and I'll be honest, near the end, I wasn't that into stitching it, but it's over! I did it! So this one is on 28 count white Monaco, which is one of my choice fabrics. I love that cheap stuff. It's great. So yeah, that felt good. A nice big finish. After that, I worked on a couple of projects, but just for a few days each. I worked on Nope, which is by Allerton Embroidery on Etsy. And there we go. I got a little bit more, I think I basically did this whole flower and started the next flower. As I've mentioned before, I'm going to rip out the E and restitch it, but I'm going to wait till the end because I'll feel discouraged otherwise. This is on 28 count black linen of some sort. It's for my niece. Hopefully she'll actually like it. It's taken me forever to stitch this and it's very small. It's just, I don't like stitching on this. I suddenly understand now why people don't like black fabric. I always thought, like, it doesn't seem that bad, but I'd stitch it on black Aida before. Black Aida? Easy peasy. Black linen is a whole other beast. You gotta have a light behind it, otherwise you just can't see anything. Next one is from Just Cross Stitch, Ornament Edition. I think it's 2017. And I gotta be honest, I forget who designed it, and I feel kind of bad. I'll try to be good and edit and put it up somewhere so you guys can know who designed this one. I'm doing this one on 32 count graceful gray linen. It's a witchelt. But isn't that cute? It's a little barn. I just did 3 more days progress, and this is an ornament. I didn't finish my ornaments last year, so I figured I'd at least give myself a little head start. I hate stitching out of season. I am just not that kind of a person, but because I was behind, I was like, I should get myself at least a head start for this November when I stitch my new ornaments. All right, next, I did a new start. You guys, a new start. I don't start anything unless I finish something, so that's why I have a new start. Miss Mary Mack by La-Di Da. I told you I was going to start this, and I actually did. So I'm stitching this on 36 count doubloon, if I picture this plus. A very popular color. And there we go. I just did a bunch of border. No pants are the best pants. I just wear dresses and skirts, and occasionally shorts because I need them for practical reasons. So anyway, I just did a bunch of border, and I know that the top border is correct. So I can start stitching down that way. And then this one should be, but I'm not going to trust that yet. I just worked on it for a week. So that's a week of me just working on the border. I'll do some more of the fun stuff next time I work on it. I'm a firm believer in save the best for last. So the next piece, this was going to be my new focus piece, and it was. I was going to work on it for at least 3 weeks, possibly a little longer. And I had this vague hope of like finishing it. Now, maybe I would have been able to finish it, but I just kept making mistake after mistake. So we'll talk about that in a minute. It's by Dimensions. It's a Dimensions kit, the Gold Collection Petites. I made a lot of mistakes, and I got so frustrated. I've never been so frustrated before while cross-stitching. So I don't understand. Like, this isn't hard, okay? All right, so I got a bunch of parked threads. So there she is. There should have been like twice as much stitching than you see right now. So what I actually have that's new is there's a little bit over here, some of this stuff at the top, and then I back a little tiny bit over here, and then I've filled in all the back stitch on the bottom part. This is just like 18 count Ada. I don't understand like why I can't count. I did a bunch of background over here, but I did it completely wrong. Like, I messed up hard, like big time. So I had to rip all of it out, and I had a good chunk of it done too. And then over here, I messed up, so I had to rip all of that out, restitch it. I'm 99% sure it's correct now. And then last night was just, I'd already done this twice, right? Twice I had to rip stuff out. And then I realized that I messed up here. So I ripped all of that out. So at least in theory, there's nothing wrong. And I'm done. I can't with this piece. I don't understand. It's not that hard. Like, I don't know. There's some kind of mental block or something. I was watching a TV show, but like, I don't feel like, the problem is when I start, right? Like, I don't, like each time it was because I didn't count and I started in the wrong place. So I just don't know what's going on. Like, why I had such a hard time with that. It was, like I said, extremely frustrating. I had to just put it away, or I was going to rip all my hair out. So I'm not gonna like completely never work on it again, but I've decided for now I'm gonna work on Steampunk Sea Serpent instead. I think that'll be a lot easier. And then, you know, sometime next year I'll work on this one again. I'm sure it'll come up in my rotation or whatever. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it a focus project. It might have to get slowly done over a long period of time because I'm just so mad at it. Like, I don't know. Very frustrating. These things happen though. And you know what? It's better to just let it go for now and then let myself get over it, and hopefully things will go better in the future. Okay, so there's one other thing I'll show you. Another quick update. I don't do long updates, babes. And that is, for my birthday, I asked for a new organization system for my floss. So this is really cool. It's a seller who lives in Ukraine, and she does these really cool bobbins. And this is the whole set of DMC. I think including some of the like the variegated threads and whatnot too. And so I got that. And I also got a really big thing to put all my bobbins in. And I'm hoping the whole DMC set will fit in here. If If it doesn't, I'll buy another one, or I have other floss holders. So I've been very slowly rebobinating here and there when I feel like it. But I'll show you what these look like. They have like the color, and it's like an actual picture of the floss with the floss number. They're plastic. They're thinner than the other plastic bobbins, but they're still a little bit more sturdier than the paper bobbins. It's not cheap, so I would have gotten the thick ones, but they're quite pricey, so I did not go for that. And I'll show you what they look like. Here's an example. Now, as you can see, the picture, the color is not a perfect match, but it's still, I just really think it looks nice, and I like it. So I saw someone else with this on Reddit, actually, and I was like, I gotta do that. I have to. I really like it. And so I'm going to slowly rebobinate. And the other thing I like about this is I don't have a full set of DMC. And I did have like a document that had it all typed up, but to be honest with you, I don't think it's accurate anymore. And I think that the best thing, the most reasonable, like this is one way for me to easily tell which colors I don't have. So I've been writing down the ones I don't have, and the next time I have a chance to go on Michael's or Joann's, I'll just buy a few colors. I'm not going to buy all of them, because I don't have, like, for example, the new ones, like the new 35 colors. I don't have those, so that would be like a little costly. So I'm going to buy like a few at a time, and yeah, eventually I'm going to have an entire full set of DMC, and I'll know what I don't have, which I think is really cool. And like I said, I think it looks really nice too. And meanwhile, I got a bunch of floss away bags and rings, and I'm doing my specialty threads, or my overdyes, overdyed threads on those right now, which actually I'll show you that too. Hold on. I need to finish doing this, but I got started. This is a thread keep I got at the New Jersey, the Floss Tube Retreat, but these are all my weeks, and I have them alphabetically in floss away bags. And I'm going to do this with all of my overdyes eventually. It shouldn't be that hard. I don't have a ton of them. It'll be so much easier for me to tell like which ones I already have. A lot of them live with the projects they're kitted up with. It's okay if I have multiples, but it will be helpful for the future to just have them all easily accessible. Okay, that's it for the stitching portion. I'll talk a little bit about my life, a little life update. So I told you I have poison ivy. The rest of my family does. It's especially devastating for with my children. I don't like seeing my children covered in scabby legs. It's very sad. But otherwise, life has been really good for me. You know, despite my 6 months ago tragedy, things are overall going well. My kids are back in school. Well, my son's back in school, which is great. And then my daughter started preschool, my little girl. So that has been absolutely wonderful. It means that in the morning I have a little less than 3 hours to myself, which is why I'm filming this right now. It was hard to do anything during the summer with filming because I had my kids around all the time. And I love, love, love my kids. I hope no one's getting the wrong impression, but I'm a very introverted person, and having some time to myself in the morning really has helped recharge my energy battery and my introvert battery, and it has been so good for me. I am bit by bit getting the house cleaner because now I don't have kids ruining the house as I clean it. And also, the other big thing, and this is a big deal for me, is I've started writing. I've had stories in my head for a really long time, even since like I was like in middle school. I've had these stories in my head, and I've been working on them, but I've never actually written anything down. And now I'm finally working on it. I'm writing. So the story I'm working on right now is actually not one of those stories. Sorry, there's animals now. Like, there's no children, but there's animals. So anyway, it's not one of those stories, but I have started working on another story that's going to be a lot simpler. I think it's going to be a good way for me to start writing novels. So here I am. I'm doing it. I'm writing, and I'm really happy and excited about it. I'm like just thrilled. And it's going really well. Like the more that I've been working on it, the more like I get more ideas, and I'm really, really hoping I will eventually have a story to tell and show you guys. But for right now, not yet. And I'm not even like writing, like right now I'm plotting out the story, which I think still counts as writing in my opinion. So, okay, I think that's all the really big news. Oh, my birthday happened. I got a viola. It did happen. It's heavy. Violas are very heavy, and but I like playing it. Still playing lots of instruments. Very poorly, but hey, I'm happy, and that's what matters, right? Okay, that's enough. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you all again soon, hopefully. Bye.